Hey guys, what's up? I'm just about to have breakfast. I'm gonna show you guys what I got this morning. But today is gonna be my first day of my 531 program. Today is Saturday, March 11th, I believe. And I was supposed to start Monday, but the group that I'm training with has squats today, so I'm just gonna start today. And it's just better that I start early anyways, because the more training I can get in before the competition, the better. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and if I can, I might get a little bit of footage for you guys. So here I have 3 eggs cooked in coconut oil, some green beans, and I put a little bit of coconut oil on that too. Usually I would put ghee, but I'm trying to stay away from dairy for like a couple of days just to reset, because I had pizza last night and gluten and dairy doesn't really agree with me, so I'm just trying to reset, and yeah. So I just like to start off my day with a breakfast that's high in fat, because I find that my energy is better throughout the day and my body responds better to a high fat diet in general. I try to eat mostly paleo on most days, and my breakfast will be low in carbs, high in fat, and I'll have my carbs throughout the day through like starchy veggies and like low glycemic fruits. So I'll have like sweet potatoes or like beets, carrots, stuff like that, apples, berries. And that's generally what my body responds well to. This week I was eating tabbouleh a lot. If you guys don't know what tabbouleh is, it's like a salad made with a lot of parsley, cracked wheat, and tomatoes and herbs and stuff like that. And I just found that my digestion was really off, and then I had pizza last night. It was homemade, it was really good, but it just didn't agree with me. So I like to like be looser on the weekend and let myself like have pizza or like sushi or whatever, but my body just doesn't like it. So I might try to lean down on that and just try to avoid it as much as possible, just because I don't feel good afterwards and it's just not worth it, to be honest. So for a snack before I go lift, I'm just gonna have a green apple and some of this raw almond butter. And yeah, so it's 1:30 right now and I'm going for 2 o'clock. And since I had breakfast late, I don't really want to have like a full meal right now, so I'm just gonna have that as a snack and have lunch later. Hey guys, so I'm back from the gym and it went super well. We did the 531 program, but I didn't start with my original first cycle. We just went a little heavier, so I started my first set of 5 at 1:30, then I went to 1:45 for my set of 3, and then my 1 plus was at 160 and I got 5 reps. I probably could have grinded out another one, but I'm happy with that. And we also did some accessory work, and we did some close grip bench press. So I was doing 85 for 3 reps and I got it the first time. The second time I failed on my last rep. It was just like a glitch or whatever, but I did go back to 80 after that. And then we did, I don't know what you call them, but you have resistance bands around your knees, and you just like walk out and it really targets your outer glute. And we supersetted that with some rows, and we did 5 sets of 5 for that. And I used 30-pound dumbbells for that, and then we did 3 sets of as many reps as we could for tricep dips. And so that was really fun, and I really enjoyed my first training session. So I am going to include the squat footage right here. Just a disclaimer, I didn't film my first set, so I only have the second and third set, but I'm going to include that footage right here. I'm also going to include the deadlift footage from the other day, where Cullen, the strength coach I was talking to you guys about, just cued over it some stuff to improve my form, so I think that could be really helpful for you guys, so I'm going to include that also. Hey guys, I'm sorry that this is filmed vertically. I promise next time I'll have my camera. But as you guys can see, I'm just squatting with 145 here, and I'm just focusing on taking a big breath to brace my core, and I'm focusing on pushing my knees out. That's my biggest fault in my squat, is when I'm coming on the way up, my knees want to cave in, but I'm just really working on trying to fight that and push them out. So here I just have 160 pounds and I did 5 reps. I probably could have grinded out another one, but overall I'm happy with that, and these felt pretty smooth.
Good starting position. Good pull. Here's the starting position. Okay, so one thing is the toe right here. So we want to actually have the full foot flat on the floor. So what I'd actually like to see you do is bring your feet in and have the toes turn out slightly. So this will allow you to use your hip flexor or your rotator, sorry, and allow you to bring your hands in closer. So when you come up to the top, the hand is more here and the bar is going to come down more along this line. So shortening the range of the motion, so shortening how far the bar has to travel. So you could actually keep the same stance right here, but just bring the heels in slightly, and then that'll allow your hands to come in. So look here, nice smooth, back is straight, driving, chest is up, arms are long. Good. And this is actually really good. A lot of people don't do this, is that chin tuck right there, that double chin. That double chin, that tucking that chin will actually brings your shoulder forward and lengthens your arms rather than keeping your neck stuck out. If you keep your neck stuck out, then the shoulders come back and then the bar has to come up a little bit further. So looking at that again, in, out, and actually push the knees out right into the arm. And then you're going to lean back, get the slack out of the bar, drive, really flex the quads right there, drive, 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 and then violently, once you get to the knee, violently hips, boom, fast. Good. And I'd actually like to see you drop the bar a little bit faster. That centric or negative portion of the movement actually takes a lot of energy. So when you're going for multiple repetitions or you're in a competition, you really want to conserve as much energy as possible. I know the gym doesn't really like you to slam the weights down, but be aggressive with it. We're training specifically. So when you pull, drive, hips fast, good, and down as fast as you can. Shoulders, get your weight back just a little bit. Good, big air. Brace and weight back, drive. Good, pull it into you, get hips up. Good, get your weight back on your heel and drive. Okay, so set up, kind of like what I mentioned when we train together, that you want your scapula here, your shoulder blades right on top of the bar. So if we draw a nice straight line, we see that your scapula is slightly in front of the bar. So that shift back is actually going to set your scapula in right in line with the bar, and that's going to improve your pulling position. Another thing, I know you're in front of the mirror, but you don't want to look forward. This is kind of like what they call a broken neck syndrome. You don't want to pull with your neck. So you want to actually keep your chin tucked and find something in front of you, maybe 6 to 10 feet in front of you on the floor, and focus and don't pull up with your neck. So as we begin your pull, it's a good starting position. Back is neutral, arms are long. And okay, so notice how the bar kind of curls out in front of you here. So it kind of gets away and then it comes back and comes back, goes away. There's a little curl there. So on your last rep here, notice how I gave you the cue to sit back and drive. So you're going to sit back, shift your weight. Notice how once you shift your weight back, your hips come down, and that's perfect. So before you even begin your pull, you'll notice that your scapula, your shoulder blade right here is in line with that bar, and you're gonna sit back and really flex your quads and pull. Nice straight line. Bam. Good. Good fast hip action. That's good. A couple things that I noticed, like really kind of watching it, is sometimes you tend to bend your arm before you pull. So it's kind of like you sit down and then you can see a little bend in the elbow and then you begin your pull. You really don't want to do that. You want to keep your arms as straight as you possibly can before you start your pull. If you set up and then you set up with a bent arm and then you begin your pull and the arms go straight, that can put a lot of stress on the elbow, a lot of stress on the bicep, and you probably will experience some kind of pain in your elbow. So you really want to grab the bar, lengthen the arm, lock the shoulder in. Cue that I like to use with my clients and myself is protect the armpit. So think somebody's going to like tickle you in your armpit, and just naturally you want to close your arm down and lock the arm in. And that's what we want to do with the deadlift. So we want to lock the shoulder, lock the scapula, lock the upper back in. So again, sit back, shift weight, hips come down, perfect position right there. And drive. You're really flexing. Hips rise up at the same pace as your upper back. Everything is good. Good. Bam. Good. And then again, just like the other video, you really want to let that bar go down as fast as possible. You want to conserve as much energy as you can. Other than that, just grooving some things and improve, work on cueing. But other than that, you got a really good deadlift.
So this looks absolutely delicious. I have some sweet potatoes. I just have paprika and cayenne pepper on that, and it's cooked in some avocado oil. I have some broccolini with some ghee and just a chicken thigh with some bacon on top. That's gonna be my supper, and it's gonna be delicious.